Hello students, I am hoping that you all are safe and fine. Today again we are here with our fourth chapter, that is heat and its effects. Till now we have discussed about the effects of heat, how the heat causes expansion in case of the solids, liquids and gases, what are hot and cold, and what are thermometers and different kinds of thermometers like laboratory thermometers and clinical thermometers. These topics we are already done from this chapter. So now today's topic is transfer of heat. Actually, what is happening? I am drinking tea from the cup. All of a sudden I pour the tea from the cup to the saucer. Saucer means plate, which we are having at the below of the cup. So yes, I am putting this tea in the saucer. After some time, what I will observe, that my saucer plate will become hot, little bit hot, and my tea will become cold. Yes, why it is so? Because the heat will transfer from the hot tea to the saucer. That's why the tea becomes cooler than before and the saucer plate becomes heater than before. Okay? So yes, what do you mean by transfer of heat by this thing? Transfer of heat is the flow of heat from a body of higher temperature than the body at lower temperature. Heat transferred is always unidirectional. So yes, always the heat transfer from the body at higher temperature to the body at lower temperature. ठीक है, हीट हमेशा हायर टेम्परेचर से लोअर टेम्परेचर में ही चलती है, एक ही डायरेक्शन में चलती है. सो दिस इज नोन एज ट्रांसफर ऑफ हीट. We can explain the different categories of the transfer of heat by explaining one example. Okay, actually, as like I am, a teacher is there who want to distribute the books among the students. So what are the ways by which he or she can distribute the books? Yes, he can shift the books, or he can share the books. So our next way is, one teacher is there who want to distribute the books. What he can give? He told that all the students make a line and then distributed one book to one student. Then he left away. Then next student come. He gave to the book to the next student, third student, fourth student. Ultimately all the books will be distributed. जैसे एक बच्चा लाइन बनाता है, लाइन बनाकर टीचर ने एक को दिया, बच्चा चला गया, सेकंड आया, सेकंड को बुक दिया, थर्ड को दिया, फोर्थ को दिया, इस तरह से बुक्स डिस्ट्रीब्यूट किया. थर्ड में क्या है कि टीचर इज गिविंग रैंडमली द बुक्स. ही इज थ्रोइंग द बुक्स, one book to the one student, second book to the second student, third to third student, fourth to fourth student, randomly. ऐसा कुछ फिक्स नहीं है, बस वो यहाँ से थ्रो कर रहा है और बुक्स जाती जा रही है. ठीक है. सो दिस इज थर्ड काइंड ऑफ केस. These three cases keep in your mind, because these three cases will help you to think about the three types of the transfer of heat. So yes, we are having three types of transfer of heat: conduction, convection and radiation. So first of all, we are going to discuss about the conduction. So now our first type is conduction. First of all, we should know about the meaning of conduction. Conduction basically is the process of transfer of heat in a body from the hotter end to the colder end without any actual movement of the molecules of the materials. Actually, heat is transferring from one part of the body to the other part of the body, one part which is hotter to the another part which is colder, but without any actual movement of the molecules. No movement of molecules is there, only the heat is transferring from one end to another end. These kind of process generally happens in solids. So solids, in case of the solids, the heat is transferred by the process of conduction. Actually, we will discuss this process by this diagram also. Here I am having with this candle or any kind of burner, Bunsen burner, any kind of burner you are having. This is your metal spoon, metallic spoon. Okay. So yes, from this end I am providing the heat to this spoon. So this is known as hotter end, and the a part or second part of this spoon is known as colder part, because it is away from the heat. So it is colder part. So after some time, if we are keeping the spoon like this manner, if we are keeping the spoon on this candle like this, then in the beginning the first end of the spoon get heated, but after some time I will observe this heat at this end also, and it will be difficult for me to keep this spoon in my hand because the other end becomes also hotter. So yes, what does it mean? The heat is going to transfer from this hotter end to this colder end, but the shape of the spoon remains as it is. Shape does not change. That means without the actual movement of the molecules are not moving, only the heat is moving from the hotter end to the colder end. So what are the conditions necessary for the process of conduction? First one is in contact with each other. The particles should be in contact with each other. There should be no gap between the particles. The solids are having no gap between the particles, as I told you in our first lecture. So that's why heat will transfer from one molecule to another molecule. And the two bodies will be at different temperature. One end of the body should be at higher temperature and one end should be at lower temperature. Then only the process of conduction will take place. If both the side temperature will remain same, if I will blow out this candle, then if both the ends of this spoon remains the same, then heat will not transfer from any part to any part. So yes, the two parts should be at the different temperature. These are the conditions for the process of कंडक्शन. कंडक्शन क्या है? कंडक्शन एक ऐसी प्रोसेस है जहां पर हीट ट्रांसफर होती है गर्म रीजन से ठंडे रीजन में एक बॉडी में, लेकिन उसमें पार्टिकल्स का मूवमेंट नहीं होता है. इस एक्सपेरिमेंट को हम इसके थ्रू समझ सकते हैं. ये होता है सॉलिड के केस में. सॉलिड के केस में जो भी चीज गर्म होती है एक एंड से दूसरे एंड पे, वो कंडक्शन की वजह से होती है. ये कैंडल है या कोई भी बर्नर है, उसके ऊपर जब भी मैं कभी स्पून रखूंगी तो जो पार्ट हीट के डायरेक्ट कंटेक्ट में है वो गर्म होगा, दूसरे वाला एंड ठंडा होगा. एंड आफ्टर सम टाइम हम लोग देखेंगे जो ठंडा एंड था वो भी गर्म हो गया. क्यों? क्योंकि इसके अंदर कंडक्शन हुई. तो कंडक्शन के लिए कौन सी दो प्रोसेसेस या कौन सी कंडीशंस जरूरी हैं? पहला कंडीशन है कि जो पार्टिकल्स हैं वो कांटेक्ट में होने चाहिए, उनके बीच में कोई गैप नहीं होना चाहिए. सेकंड, जो एक बॉडी है उसके दो एंड्स अलग अलग टेम्परेचर पे होने चाहिए ताकि गर्म एंड से ठंडे एंड की तरफ हीट ट्रांसफर की जा सके. नाउ वी आर हैविंग वन एक्टिविटी इन योर बुक रिगार्डिंग द सेम. यस, इन दैट एक्टिविटी ऑलमोस्ट ऑल द प्रोसीजर इज सेम. आपके पास यहाँ पे बर्नर है, ये आपके पास कॉपर रोड है या एल्यूमिनियम या कोई भी मेटल आपके पास हो सकता है, लेकिन मेटालिक होनी चाहिए. ये आपके पास आयरन पिंस हैं, किसी भी शेप में हो सकती है. ये वैक्स के साथ यहाँ पर जुड़ी हुई है. दिस इज स्टैंड जो इसको होल्ड किए हुए है. सो यस, वी आर हैविंग वन एक्टिविटी इन योर बुक रिगार्डिंग द सेम कि हाउ द प्रोसेस ऑफ कंडक्शन टेक्स प्लेस और एक्चुअली द प्रोसेस ऑफ कंडक्शन टेक्स प्लेस. क्या सच में कंडक्शन होता है? एक्चुअली आई एम हीटिंग दिस एंड ऑफ द कॉपर रोड विद द heater or any burner, any candle type structure. So I am heating this end, but this end is cool, and I am fixing this iron nails with the help of the wax over this rod. So what is happening when I am starting heating this rod? Then in the beginning I will see this iron nail fallen down. After some time I will observe that this iron nail will fallen down, and ultimately one by one all the iron nail will fallen down. So why it is so? Why the iron nails are falling from these to this direction? Iron nails are fixed with the wax, and wax can be heated up with the heat. So yes, the iron nails start falling from this end, and ultimately all the iron nails will fall. What does it mean? It means that this end of the copper rod will heat first, and ultimately it will transfer heat one by one to each molecule, and when the heat will reaches to different iron nails, the wax will melt after getting the heat, and the iron nails will fallen down. So that's why we can say that heat is transferring actually from the hotter end to the colder end. So yes, इस एक्टिविटी में हमने क्या देखा? आयरन की नेल को मैंने वैक्स के साथ फिक्स किया था. जैसे ही हीट दी, हीट देने के बाद पहले पहला नेल गिरा, अल्टीमेटली नेल्स गिरते गए और सारे के सारे नेल्स गिर गए। तो इससे हम क्या कंक्लूजन निकाल सकते हैं? सबसे पहले ये वाला पार्ट कॉपर रोड का गर्म था, लेकिन अल्टीमेटली सॉलिड ने कंडक्शन किया और हीट ट्रांसफर हुई होटर टू कोल्डर एंड में। हीट धीरे धीरे करके चलती गई और जहां तक हीट पहुंची वहां तक वो वैक्स को मेल्ट किया और मेल्ट होने की वजह से आयरन नेल गिरता चला गया। अल्टीमेटली सारे के सारे आयरन नेल गिर गए। दैट मीन्स कि हीट अब इस एंड से इस एंड पर पूरा पहुंच चुकी है बाय द प्रोसेस ऑफ कंडक्शन। सो दिस इज एन एक्टिविटी एंड आई विल शो यू दिस एक्टिविटी अगेन बाय वन वीडियो। एंजॉय द वीडियो।
This video talks about the conduction of heat. Let's perform an activity to understand the conduction of heat. Take a straight and flat rod of aluminum or iron to fix some nails using wax. Fix the rod to a stand. Now, heat the other end of the rod with a spirit lamp. Absorb the order in which the nails drop down. The nail near the spirit lamp falls down first, followed by its nearest neighbor, and so on. The one near the stand falls down last. The heat supplied by the spirit lamp flows to the other end of the rod by conduction. We know that in solids, molecules are closely packed, touching one another. When heat is supplied to one end of the rod, the molecules absorb the heat and begin to vibrate vigorously. These vibrations are passed on to the neighboring molecules and make them also vibrate. This phenomenon is repeated throughout the length of the rod. In this way, the heat energy gets transferred from the hot region to the cold region. Transmission of heat in solid substances takes place through conduction. For the conduction to take place from the hot portion of the body to the cold part of it, or from the hot body to the cold body, the two parts should be in contact with each other. When the temperatures of these bodies are equal, the flow of heat through conduction process stops. We can observe this phenomenon while using a thermometer. When the bulb of the thermometer touches a hot substance, the mercury absorbs the heat and it expands. When the temperature of the tip of the thermometer and the substance are equal, no transfer of heat takes place. So, the level of mercury does not increase further. Two conditions are to be fulfilled to transfer heat from one object to another by conduction. They are: 1. The two objects must be touching each other. 2. There should be some difference in the temperature of the two objects. Heat transfers from the object at a high temperature to the other which is at a low temperature. When a teaspoon is put in a cup of hot water, these two conditions are fulfilled. Water and the spoon are touching each other. The temperatures are different, so the cold spoon absorbs the heat from the hot water, and so its temperature rises.
Now we are having our next topic, that is good or bad conductors. What does it mean? Actually, we are having two kinds of materials. One material which allow the heat to pass through them and one material which do not allow the heat to pass through them. So the materials which allows the heat to pass through them are known as conductors, like silver, copper, aluminium, any kind of metal, iron, etc. are the examples of the conductors. But the materials which do not allow the heat to pass through them are known as insulators, and examples can be wood, paper, plastic, mud, anything like rubber, etc. Most of the liquids and gases are also an insulator. Air and distilled water is also an insulator. We can discuss this by doing one activity, like when we are having a hot beaker in which hot water is present, and I am putting pencil, I am putting metallic pin, I am putting any kind of other plastic spoon, and I am putting one compass which is made up of metal. So I am putting many things in the same beaker which is having the hot water. So after some time, what I will observe? I will observe that the iron pin or any metallic pin or the compass which is made up of the metal becomes hot now, and I am unable to touch them. But the pencil and the plastic spoon remains as it is. It does not heat. So it does not heat up. So what does it mean? Ki these are plastic, as it is plastic, and the pencil is made up of the wood. They are insulator. They do not allow the heat to pass through them. That's why they didn't become hot. But the metallic metallic compass which is made up of any of the metal from here and the iron pin are conductors which allow heat to pass through them, and ultimately heat will passes through them and they become hot. So yes, by which we can conclude that we are having two kinds of materials which allow the electricity or which allow the heat to pass through them are conductors, which do not allow the heat to pass through them are insulators. हमारे पास दो तरह के सब्सटेंसेस होते हैं. एक सब्सटेंस जो अपने में से हीट को ट्रांसफर होने देते हैं उनको हम कंडक्टर्स बोलते हैं. इसके बेस्ट एग्जांपल है सिल्वर, कॉपर, एल्यूमिनियम, आयरन और एनी काइंड ऑफ मेटल. लेकिन जो मटेरियल अपने में से इलेक्ट्रिसिटी को अपने में से हीट को पास नहीं होने देते हैं उसको हम इंसुलेटर्स बोलते हैं. उसके बेस्ट एग्जांपल है वुड, पेपर, प्लास्टिक, मड एंड देन रबर. एयर और डिस्टिल्ड वाटर भी इसके एग्जाम्पल हैं, वो भी अपने में से हीट को पास नहीं होने देते हैं. एंड बहुत सारे लिक्विड्स और गैसेस भी ऐसे होते हैं जो अपने में से हीट को पास नहीं होने देते हैं. ओके, सो यस, these definitions are very important and you had already done these definitions in your previous class, 6th class 2, what are conductors and insulators. Now we are having one activity to show that the distilled water is bad conductor of heat or can called as insulator. We are having one activity here. I am having this Bunsen burner or any kind of the burner which is actually providing the heat to this test tube. I am having this test tube in which I have put the distilled water which is free from the nutrients, ions, which is free from the ions. No ion is present in the distilled water. So yes, this is the distilled water. Here I am having one ice cube which is on which the fire hose is wrapped around. तो ठीक है, आइस क्यूब्स के आर बार वायर गोज एक मेटेलिक वायर को राउंड कर दिया, बांध दिया. ठीक है, और देन आई विल स्टार्ट हीटिंग दिस एंड ऑफ दिस टेस्ट ट्यूब एंड आफ्टर सम टाइम आई विल सी व्हाट, आई विल सी द आइस क्यूब रिमेन्स एज इट इज. वो मेल्ट ही नहीं हुई है, थोड़ी सी हीट मिलती है आइस क्यूब मेल्ट हो जाती है, लेकिन डिस्टिल्ड वाटर में आइस क्यूब जो है वो मेल्ट ही नहीं हुई, इट रिमेन्स एज इट इज. तो व्हाट डज इट कंक्लूडेड? This experiment concluded that this distilled water is a bad conductor of heat which does not passes the heat from this end to this end. वो यहाँ तक हीट को भेज ही नहीं रहा है जिसकी वजह से वो मेल्ट ही नहीं हो पा रही है आइस. अब आप कहोगे कि हम जो घरों में पानी यूज करते हैं वहाँ तो आइस 1 मिनट में मेल्ट हो जाती है. यस, जो हम घर में पानी यूज करते हैं दिस इज नॉट डिस्टिल्ड वाटर. आई एम हियर टॉकिंग अबाउट द डिस्टिल्ड वाटर विच इज फ्री फ्रॉम द आयंस, जिसमें आयंस नहीं होते हैं. ओके, so now we will discuss about some of the uses of the conductors and some of the uses of the insulators. So now students, we are having uses of conductors and insulators. In which things we are using actually conductors and in which things we are using insulators. Conductors can be used as cooking utensils because we want to cook the food, so we want to transfer the heat from the burner to the food. So we want a conduction medium which can be provided by the any kind of conductor. You can see that the cooking utensils are having the lower part silverish grayish in color, silverish whitish in color. So this silvery whitish is metallic in nature, which can be made up of either copper, aluminium, brass or stainless steel, so that we can cook the food very easily. Next is uses of insulator. Yes, we want to keep the container in which we are cooking food. So we don't want the container handle should be heat up, so that it will be easy for us to catch them or to keep them away from the burner after heating or after cooking. So yes, which kind of material it should made up of? It should be made up of with an insulator like wood or bakelite. Bakelite is kind of plastic. Okay, so yes, these are very bad conductor of heat, so heat will not transfer in that reason and we can easily carry or we can easily hold the container with this area. And yes, insulators can also be used in many other things, like first one is insulating handles as I had told you. Second one is false ceiling. False ceiling which we are making for the decoration purposes in our home. It is made up of POP, asbestos or wooden plywoods. Actually इसमें क्या होता है कि it is having two layers. One is the layer of the wall and other one is the layer of this kind of decoration. In these two layers, air is trapped in between them, and as you all know that air is a very bad conductor of heat, so it will not allow the heat of the room to move outside of the room during the winter season, or it will not allow the heat from the outside of the region to enter inside the room during summers. So it is a bad conductor of the heat. Air is a bad conductor of heat, so it will not allow both the direction movement. ना ही वो कमरे की गर्मी को बाहर जाने देगी सर्दियों में, ना ही बाहर की गर्मी को अंदर आने देगी गर्मियों में. So yes, this is a very best way to keep ourselves cool in the room, or to keep the environment of the room as we want. Next one is the woolen garments. So woolen garments, as I told you in our previous chapter 2, are made up of the wool, because wool are having the gap which entraps the air, and air is a very bad conductor of heat, so it will not allow the body heat to move outside and keep us warm. So yes, here one more thing is there. If we are using too thin blankets, then it will gives us more heat than using one thick blanket. अगर हमने एक थिक ब्लैंकेट, मोटा ब्लैंकेट यूज किया ठंड को रोकने के लिए, और एक जगह पे हमने दो पतले पतले ब्लैंकेट्स को यूज किया, तो पतले ब्लैंकेट हमें ज्यादा गर्मी देंगे. ऐसा क्यों? Because in between the two blankets air will get entrapped, and ultimately it is a bad conductor of heat, so it will not allow the body heat to move outside and keep us warm. So basically दो thin blanket ज्यादा सही हैं एक मोटे ब्लैंकेट से. Okay. Now next one is igloos. Igloos are the homes which are made in the snow region or icy region. इस तरह का एक हाउस होता है, in which two layers are present. दो आइस की लेयर प्रेजेंट होती है, और ये डोर है जहां से कोई भी एंटर करेगा, एंड ये यहाँ पे फ्लोर पे टच कर रहा है. सो एक्चुअली इसमें क्या होता है कि एयर विल गेट एंट्रैप इन बिटवीन टू लेयर्स, एंड एयर इज अगेन द बैड कंडक्टर ऑफ हीट, तो वो उसको गर्म रखता है इतनी ठंड में भी, तो अंदर का एटमोस्फेयर जो है वो मेंटेन करने का काम करता है, इसलिए ये डबल वॉल बनाया जाता है. सेम कंसेप्ट यूज इन डबल वॉल्स. जैसे रेफ्रिजरेटर्स होते हैं, उनके वॉल्स और जो वॉल्स होते हैं, जो डोर्स होते हैं, वो डबल लेयर बनाए जाते हैं. उन दोनों लेयर के बीच में अगेन एयर होती है जो उसके अंदर ठंडक रखने का काम करती है. लास्ट वन इज द गनी बैग्स. गनी बैग्स आर यूज्ड टू कीप द आइस. सो यस, आइस के केस में क्या होता है कि आइस मेल्ट ना हो जाए, तो गनी बैग्स में उसके अंदर स्टोर किया जाता है, तो वो उसको मेल्ट नहीं होने देती, हीट को ट्रांसफर नहीं होने देती, बिकॉज गनी बैग्स आर मेड अप ऑफ द जूट, एंड इट इज अ बैड कंडक्टर ऑफ हीट, और वी कैन से एन इंसुलेटर, सो वी कैन यूज द गनी बैग्स टू कीप द आइस. So these are the uses of an insulator. We can make the insulating handles, we can use insulators for the walls, ceilings, we can use it in the woolen garments, we can use in the igloos. Igloos homes are known as Eskimos. These are known as Eskimos. We can use insulators in double walls, and we can use in gunny bags. So these are the uses of insulators, and this is all about the topic of conduction, and this is all about for today's topic, convection and radiation. We are going to study in our upcoming videos. Thank you.